Today, I'm going to test all the myths about the new update in Grove Garden. A bug, how to mutate one pet into another, how to set up auto farming and much more. Be sure to watch this video from start to finish without skipping. We're not wasting any time. Let's get started. But before the first myth, I'd like to give you a bit of background. You all know this vendor very well, and you can sell absolutely any food you have to him. For example, if I want to sell this, I tell him I want to sell it, and he actually buys it from me. But what if, for instance, I want to sell this one, and while selling, if we swap this plant for another, the plant we switch to is the one that gets sold. What does this mean? Of course, I explained it all in a confusing way, but guys, don't worry right now, I'm just gonna pick a pet. Let's take, for example, this dog right here, and I have two almost identical dogs. One is level 66 and the other is level 52, or rather, that's their age. I'm putting in, just for a moment, the level 66 one, guys. Remember this, I'm putting it right here. I press confirm, and we start the mutation, and guys, I'm gonna skip this part. But take a look at what happens if I take the same pet, just at a different level. Let's take, for example, a golden Labrador Dreamer at level 56. So, we're doing all of this, everything gets taken from us, and we click claim. And guys, just take a look. The mutation was added to the dog, but for some reason, it didn't get added to this other dog. I don't know why. So guys, it looks like this bug has been fixed. But before, you really could make it so that the mutation would be on a different pet, and damn, it looks like this myth doesn't work. I'm really upset that this myth doesn't work anymore, but it really did work just a day ago. So yeah, those who managed to do it. Although many people say it was just a visual bug. So for those who didn't get a chance, don't worry. Maybe it was just a visual bug. But anyway, guys, the point was that the pet was supposed to get a mutation from the pet we put in, but the mutation would actually go to the pet we were holding in our hands, but apparently it doesn't work. Now let's move on to the second myth. In the new update, they added these jumpers, basically, these decorations that we can jump on. It's actually pretty cool. The first myth I wanted to test with it is, what happens if, well, for example, their direction is currently upwards, but we can change their direction depending on their position. How is that done? We place one here, and we place another one over here. So right now, in fact, the direction is to the right, well, to my left. And what will happen if I stand here? Will I jump or will I roll to the left? Let's find out. And guys, nothing happens. No matter how hard I try, guys, look how this works. So I kind of jump like this, and it jumps, basically, it only lets me jump upwards. And apparently it doesn't work the way I wanted. But guys, honestly, I thought this myth really wouldn't work. But what if I check TikTok right now and show you exactly what they're talking about there? Just take a look at this. So, someone found a legal anti-AFK method, thanks to which we won't be able to get kicked from the server if we just stand here on this pressure plate. Let's test this life hack right now. So, to test this life hack, I'll need to stand AFK on these plates for 20 minutes. So, let's get started. Guys, we literally have just 10 seconds left before either we get kicked or we just keep jumping. Let's see if this works or not. Guys, I don't know, it should either. Guys, look, it actually kicked me. So this is a non-working life hack that we saw on TikTok again, and the myth is busted. Indeed, this myth is busted and doesn't work. But now I'll show you a method that actually works to avoid getting kicked for being AFK. That is, so that Roblox thinks we're a real player and so on. This method will work both for computers and for phones. So make sure to watch this right now. Basically, I downloaded this auto clicker. You can just search for auto clicker on Google. Right now, I'm showing this for computers. Here, we set any values we want, that is how many times per second the mouse will click. If your computer is weak, it's best to set it to click once per second. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. You can even set it to click once every 19 minutes. Just let the mouse click because we get kicked every basically 20 minutes. So here we set it to 1 second and then press F6 just to test it out. And yes, it really does click once per second. Guys, I'm not clicking at all. It's all clicking by itself. So guys, that's basically how it works. Yeah, I press F6 again to stop it. So guys, if you just leave your mouse anywhere, just click into the sky or wherever, you won't get kicked. This is a proven method. I'm not even going to bother testing it much because it really does work. On phones, just download an auto clicker either from Google Play, the App Store, or any other source. It doesn't really matter. And do the same thing. The methods are pretty much the same there. Now, the next myth you don't know, if it works, that would be great. The idea is that I have a small mouse, one with the frozen mutation, but really it doesn't matter what mutation or what pet it is. I just wanted to test something interesting. This mouse can every 5 minutes has a 20% chance to turn a nearby fruit into a frozen one. So basically it has a certain chance, guys, and if it fails to do it, if it doesn't turn the fruit into a frozen one, it will display a message saying it didn't succeed. Guys, there's a reason I have an octopus mimic here, because it copies all of the pet's abilities. And what will happen if it copies this mouse's ability specifically? Will it copy the ability related to mutation, or does it only copy the main ability? We're about to find out right now. So if it copies the ability, it will tell us that it copied the mouse's ability, and if it fails to do anything, it will say that it failed. And if it's succeeds, it won't display any message, but we'll know because some fruit will become frozen. So just to keep the experiment clean, I'll remove this mouse and only place it when the cooldown for this mimic octopus reaches 0. That is, when there are 10 seconds left, I'll put this mouse in and we'll check whether it works or not. In other words, will it tell us that it failed, or will it just not say anything and either do it anyway or not do it at all? So guys, we'll check this out very soon. Dear friends, there are 30 seconds left until the octopus copies the ability of another pet, and I'm placing this mouse now. We have 2 timers here. One is for the frozen status, so let's check if each one is frozen. Yes, every 5 minutes. So one timer is related to the frozen status, and the other timer is connected to the pet itself. So guys, in 15 seconds, we'll see exactly what it copies. Maybe it copies just one of these things, or maybe it only copies maybe this. Basically the pet's main ability. Let's see what we've got here. 2, 1, and it's almost ready. Let's watch, guys. Turns into this mouse, and guys, got it. So it copied the mouse's main ability, which means we can conclude that Boxopus can only copy the main ability of pets. So guys, even the queen bee who refreshes, although wait, if the queen bee refreshes the timer, then maybe something different will happen. But I think I already know the answer, guys. Unfortunately, the queen bee won't be able to make it so that after the timer refreshes, another ability refreshes as well, or the pet's own mutation. Only the main ability gets refreshed, guys. The developers have accounted for this too, so unfortunately, there's no way for us to exploit this system. It's specifically the main ability that gets refreshed. Guys, just take a look at this video. You just don't understand what's going on here. Honestly, I don't really understand either. Just look at what's happening here. Basically, what's happening here is that this guy picks up a regular agony egg. It doesn't matter, and he bugged it in such a way that now he can't teleport or do anything like that. So he tries to teleport to the garden, but it doesn't work. He immediately gets thrown in the other direction. For this bug, it seems to me that you just need to do some pretty simple steps, namely pick up any egg, but I'll also take a rare one, just so everything matches the myth. And guys, just as the weather is kind of interesting. Oh, sorry, you don't need to pick up the egg right now. What we actually need to do is just press E and dance, and that's it. I think I tested this bug before and it worked, but let's test it again just in case. See? There you go. The animation is still glitched. I think you need to press shift and then you can, I think, jump and somehow exploit it, but damn, it didn't work out for us, damn. Apparently, you need to do something to make it work. Let me try to do it again now. Oh, guys, look, it worked or maybe it didn't, guys. So look, when I jump backwards, it seems pretty fast. And to the left, it's also not bad. To the right, actually, to the right. And to the left is good too, but somehow it doesn't pull me forward. But if I jump at a certain angle, it feels like I jump faster. Let's compare this to a regular jump. Although, you know, I don't think there's any difference. Well, let's try again. Guys, I don't understand what's going on. Some unusual things are happening because my character is actually moving just fine. But I'll say right away, this bug only works if you get the timing exactly right. And if you just jump, then try jumping in place and then move to the left or right. So it's not really clear how exactly this happens, but this way you can also somehow make everything just fly over. But guys, I also have some interesting fruits here, which are, let's say, really huge. I'll just turn this way right away so you don't see the craziness that's happening with them. You can do the exact same thing with them too. Let's try it maybe with this huge fruit. We can push ourselves off the map, and thanks to that, we might be able to do something interesting. So let's do it and go. Guys, it's not working. Unfortunately, it's not working. With the fruits, it doesn't even glitch out or anything, to be honest. With the eggs though, it works 100%. Whoa, guys, this windy weather has started. Sandy, I think you get a mutation here, right? And at the end of the video, I just want to check the pet mutations specifically. For example, I have this dog at age 58. And guys, many people say that if you set a higher age, if the pet is older, then its timer will be shorter or the chance percentage will be higher. Guys, let me tell you right away, honestly, that doesn't work. All pets have the same time, namely 1 hour, and all pets have the same chance. So these are the chances we have, basically, for getting one of these mutations. Honestly, I want to try to get a couple of mutations and see what happens with this Labrador because, guys, I actually don't really have any mutations on these animals. I mean, in fact, the only mutations I have are shiny and frozen. Hey, guys, look. Wait, tiny. Dog, look at this dog. She's become really, really small. Man, just look at how unnoticeable she is. And honestly, I don't know which is better, a huge mutation or a tiny mutation. The tiny mutation is kind of cool, but it just means your pets are really small. But with the Omega mutation, you've got these huge pets just jumping around your yard. I don't know which one is better. Please let me know in the comments. I'll definitely read every single comment. But basically, guys, that's it for now. I've actually tested all the myths from the new update. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks everyone for watching. Good luck to you all and bye-bye.